Jess, you're late again.
Pop, think we could buy an abacus?
Abacus? Do we need one?
It's for my project. I thought I'd sort of work it into my cybernetic computer, just for contrast. Mr. Barnes said it'd be a good idea. Gee, I gotta go. Bye, Mom.
Bye, dear.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Andy. Abacus.
Hey, darling, I spoke to Mr. Barnes. He wants to put Andy in an advanced class. Bertram, we simply must think about Andy's college. And we must make plans now.
Now? He just started the 8th grade.
Hello? Oh, yes. Yes, of course I'll be there. No, I can't talk now. Now, about Andy.
Yeah, sure, honey.
Okay, better run.
Bye. Who's that on the phone?
Oh, nobody, just Betty.
Betty? See you later.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Hi, Jess. Good morning. Good of you to come.
Jess, that's an awful lot of money.
Relax. Your Uncle Jess wouldn't steer you wrong.
May I speak to Mr. Huntley, please?
Who's calling?
Mrs. Bertram Jones.
Hello. Oh, all right. I'll be right there.
He'll be right down.
Thank you.
Mrs. Jones?
Oh, yes.
I'm Bill Huntley.
Hello, Mr. Huntley.
How's Betty?
Oh, she's fine. I talked to her today. She sends her regards.
Good. You know, I spoke to her investment club last week.
Yes, I understand you did.
Yes, I think it was an interesting evening. The ladies enjoyed it. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Well, is this your first visit to a broker's office?
Yes, it is. You know, I've been thinking about investing for some time now. You see, Andy, that's our son, is 13. Well, that means he's only 5 years away from college. And he's such a bright boy. I do hope I don't sound too much like a proud mother.
Oh, not at all.
Well, anyway, about 3 or 4 months ago, my husband and I were left $4,500. And, well, I thought we should invest it so we can help put Andrew through college when he's ready.
Well, that's a good reason. Tell me, Mrs. Jones, this is extra money, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
That's good, because you should have something to fall back on in case of an emergency.
Yes, well, this is separate from our regular savings account.
You live near Betty, don't you, Mrs. Jones?
Yes, 1137 Clover Avenue.
1137 Clover. And what does Mr. Jones do?
He's a buyer for Simmons and Fletcher.
Huh? How about your bank?
The municipal bank.
Savings and checking?
Yes.
Now, approximately, what is your husband's income? You understand that this is one of the things that helps us to plan a sound program.
Well, Bertram earns about $9,000 a year without his bonus.
Member firms of the stock exchange are expected to know their customers. This helps us, and it helps you, because we get a pretty good idea of how much you and your husband can afford to risk.
Risk? It's as safe as a baby in the cradle.
Oh, I sure hope so. I'd hate to go behind Marge's back like this. Then it would be good to surprise her, though. And then there's Andy's college. Sugar, he,
Nothing's going.
you know, he's a whiz at science. They're gonna put him in a special class. napkin, here you are.
Oh, brother. Oh, I gotta go. Getting back to work.
Relax, will you? Believe me, you made the right move. You really think so? Why, sure. We got the inside track. Yeah. Listen, my boss's brother, he knows the inside, you understand? Yeah? Let me tell you something. This is gonna pay off, and it's gonna grow, too. Good. Oh, boy, this thing has everything. Now, the fact is,
you simply can't get everything in one investment. Look at it this way. When you buy stock, you become part owner of a company. And how well or how poorly that company does determines exactly how you'll do.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think is best for us?
Well, why don't we look into some stocks that we think can grow along with Andy? I think we ought to aim for the future. Hello. This is our research department. Hello, Bill Huntley. Will you send me a copy of our growth and investment study? Yes. And I want some copies of those annual reports that I sent down the other day. And would you have those all sent up to the reception desk, please? Thank you. Now, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to give you some material to take home with you. You read through it, compare the companies, and talk it all over with your husband. Oh. Hello. Yeah. Oh, yes, put him on, please. Pardon. Hello. Hello. Oh, Dr. Johnson? Yes, this is Bill Huntley. That fellow that called you, was he in a big hurry? And did he promise you a profit? And was he pushing one stock? I thought so. No, we've already checked into it. The stock is a phony, and so is he. Unethical. It's illegal. Something for the Securities and Exchange Commission. Yeah. Right. You do that, Doctor. Yes. Yes, and I'd like to see you when you come in. Right. Bye-bye. Well, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
Oh, not at all.
You know, many people use this monthly investment plan to make an initial investment and then keep buying stock on a small, regular basis.
How small?
Well, there are plans available from member firms of the stock exchange, like ourselves, for as little as $40 every 3 months. That's about $3 a week.
Well, I think we should be able to manage that.
And some people like to use MIP to buy stock in the companies they work for. You might mention that to Mr. Jones.
Well, I don't know. Bertram's ideas about money are sort of, well, wild, I guess is the best word for it. I'm always afraid someone's going to come along with a get-rich-quick scheme, and, well, I don't know, Mr. Huntley. I think that's why I came to see you today.
Oh, excuse us, Hal. He's one of our registered representatives. He was trying to see the ticket tape. It records the transactions on the exchange.
Oh, I see. And then all of this information is reported clear across the country?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I certainly wish Andy could see all this.
Oh, lots of youngsters are interested, you know. And lots of youngsters are share owners, too.
Oh, I thought you had to be 21.
No, there are new laws that make it easy to give stock to children.
Bill, excuse me. We're confirming those 4,000 shares at 51 1/8.
Oh, good. Thanks, Hal.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes, it's over $200,000. As a matter of fact, this is what we call an institutional order. You see, employee pension funds, insurance companies, banks, many schools and religious organizations buy and sell large blocks of stock. Oh, may I have that envelope you have for me? Thank you. Well, Mrs. Jones, I hope you'll think about what I've told you and take your time. You know, we take our time in screening, training, and testing our representatives before they're registered. So there's no reason why you shouldn't take your time. And do talk it over with your husband. You know, there's no rush about making an investment. The exchange has been around since 1792.
Okay, Professor, I want you in bed early tonight. Here?
Yes, ma'am.
There we are.
Huh? No.
You know, I went into town today, honey. I went to visit that broker that Betty told me about. Bill Huntley. He spent a great deal of time with me, telling me about all the ways we can invest the money. Bertram? When I got home, the house was on fire. The flames were way up over the roof, and the firemen were here all afternoon. We played ping pong. Don't you think we ought to invest, honey?
No! I just don't think this is the time to invest.
Well, then when, Bertram? I mean, that money was left to us to put to good use. Oh, please, Bertram.
Honey.
But we've got to start doing something about our future.
Let me handle the future. Now, hey.
What?
What about all the things we need now? That coat you wanted, the car. And how about the trip we were going to take, just you and I,
Caribbean.
Moonlight.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
What's so ridiculous about wanting to go away with your wife? The genius.
Andy, do you know that your father is a financial delinquent? Okay, pal, up to bed, quick.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, egghead.
Hello, may I speak to Mr. Huntley, please? Thank you. Hello, Mr. Huntley? This is Marge Jones. Fine, thank you. Well, I've gone over all of the material you gave me. Yes, I did talk to him. Well, Mr. Huntley, I think I'm going to go ahead.
Well, that's fine. Tell me, what stocks did you and Mr. Jones... Well, yes, of course, as long as you're coming downtown. Let's make it for, wait a minute now. Oh, yes, I have to be over at the exchange for a meeting at about 1:30. I tell you what, why don't you come on down and we'll go over there together? I think you'd enjoy it.
You mean go to the stock exchange? Well, yes. Yes, I think I'd like that very much. Well, thank you. Goodbye. Bertram Jones, please. Bertram? Hi. Say, honey, how would you like to take your wife to dinner tonight,
Hello. Yes, this is Bill Huntley. That's right. Fine. 100 shares each of ERE and ODM. Right, thank you. Well, they confirmed your order.
Is that all?
It's as simple as all that. And I think you made a wise choice. Very soon now, you'll be a stockholder in 2 companies.
Well, now, what about the money?
Well, we'll be sending you a confirmation in the mail. After that, any time within 4 business days of the purchase date will do fine. Well, I think we better be getting on over to the exchange.
Are you sure it won't be imposing?
Oh, not at all.
It's tremendous. What do all these people do?
Why, they buy and sell securities. As a matter of fact, one of them just bought your shares for you.
Well, I just don't understand how they do it.
Well, when I received your order, I had it phoned to our firm's order room. They sent it by direct line to our firm's booth down there on the rim of the floor. Then the telephone clerk signaled his floor broker by pushing a button, causing the broker's number to flap on that large board over there. And then the broker went over and picked up your order.
And that's it?
Well, that's half of it. You wanted to buy, but obviously someone had to be willing to sell.
We're going to find a seller in this crowd.
Well, you see those structures shaped like horseshoes along there? Those are the trading posts. There are 19 of them. About 75 stocks are assigned to each post. And under the exchange rules, that's the only place on the floor that those stocks may be traded. So your broker goes directly to the post where your stock is located. And so do other brokers who want to buy and sell that same stock.
Well, then what does he do? Does he announce he's ready to buy?
Well, no. You see, your order was a market order, which means that the broker had to get the best possible price at the time the order reached the floor. So he first gauges the market according to the previous transaction and the current bids and offers, and then he determines what price he'll bid for your stock. This is where his skill as a broker comes in, because there are other buyers and sellers all trying to get the best possible price for their clients. If at any given time people want to buy more shares in a particular company than are offered for sale, the stock will usually go up. If there are more shares offered for sale, the stock will go down. So your broker and a seller's broker will bargain. For example, the seller's broker might offer 100 shares at 32. Your broker might bid 31.5, and the trade might eventually be made at 31.75. The point is that prices are arrived at openly and fairly, and the exchange insists that trading be done in a loud, clear voice. That's how your stock was bought.
And it's all reported back to me?
That's right. Oh, and you might have noticed that there was no handshake and no contract signed when the brokers reached an agreement. Their word is enough. Then, of course, the transaction is reported to the ticker room, and in a couple of minutes or so, it appears on tickers in thousands of brokerage offices all over the country.
Well, it makes me feel kind of important.
You are important. And the company you own shares in thinks so, too. You know, you'll be receiving annual reports and proxies so that you can vote on important company matters. The exchange insists that you get the right to vote, and, of course, the information you need in order to vote.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've taken too much of your time.
That's quite all right. It was my pleasure. I do have to go, but why don't you stay and look around? You know the exchange is a leading visitors attraction.
Hey, I think I will.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Quite all right. Bye.
Goodbye.
To answer your question, there are over 1,100 companies listed for trading, and they do half of all the business in America.
Est-ce que des actions d'autres pays sont marquées ici?
Oui, madame. The lady asked if there were any foreign companies traded.
Could you suggest a good broker I could see in Birmingham?
The exchange doesn't recommend a specific firm, but there are thousands of New York Stock Exchange member firm offices across the country, and you can find a listing of the ones in your area in your classified phone book. And now I'd like to give you a better idea of how this trading floor works. You all know what a share of stock is. It represents a part ownership in a business. And to be listed, our company must meet with several requirements.
Well, I feel like we should order champagne tonight, too.
Champagne? What are we celebrating?
My dear, you were looking at the world's newest tycoon.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, Bertram, I talked to Mr. Huntley today, and I took the big step.
Marge, what?
I bought stock with the money.
Stock! You mean the $4,500?
Yes.
Marge, whatever made you do a thing like that?
Shh, quiet.
Didn't you ever stop to think that I had plans for that money? How I had a few investment ideas of my own?
What ideas? I never heard you mention anything about investments before.
I couldn't. It was strictly confidential. Absolutely confidential.
What?
Well, you just have to keep quiet about some of these things, you know. I happen to know the people who are in on this deal, and it just can't miss. So I thought maybe we could get in on the ground floor.
The ground floor of what? Bertram, what do you mean, can't miss?
Just what I said, can't miss. You go and ruin everything.
I ruined it. Bertram, who are these people? How do you know they know what they're doing? Bertram, it's not that I mind. You're making an investment. But I just want to make sure that we know what we're doing.
Well, what difference does it make? It's already done, and what's more, you've done it on your own. You've already spent the money.
I didn't spend it. I invested it. And there's nothing secret about what I did either. And there's no confidential make-a-million deal on it either.
One trip to the broker, and right away you are an expert.
But at least I know what I'm doing.
Marge, Marge? Marge? Marge, please speak to me.
I'm going to withdraw our joint account from the bank tomorrow to pay Mr. Huntley for the stock.
Marge? Marge? Marge?
So early.
I gotta talk to you. The money. I gotta have the money back.
What?
The money. Today. I need it today. If it's not in the bank this morning, Marge will leave me.
Well, gee, I don't know.
You don't know? What do you mean you don't know?
It's a deal.
Yeah, I've gotta have that money back.
Well, now, you're not gonna lose if you stay in the deal.
It's gone.
It's gone?
What do you mean it's gone? Who'd you give it? You gave it to someone.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Your boss's brother, the one in Chicago. What's his name? What's his name?
Watkins. The fellow with glasses.
Bob Watkins. Bob Watkins. Good. Bob Watkins.
Bob Watkins. Come back here, will you? What's the matter with that guy?
Good morning.
Hello, operator. Yeah, I'd like to call long distance. Chicago. Bob Watkins. Watkins. Person to person. Thank you. The number? I don't know the number. Oh, you information. Okay, that's fine. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Dad. Who are you?
Drink your milk. Yeah, Bob. Robert. That's right. W-A-T-K-I-N-S. T, not B. T, like W-A-T. K-I-N-S. Right.
Why, Jed.
Oh, where's Bert?
He's around.
You know, I think your husband's crazy.
What?
Hello, operator.
Bert,
He's
listen
got
to
to
me.
answer, operator. This is an emergency.
I have a...
All right. I'll wait right here. I'll wait for you to... All right, you'll
Bert.
call back. Thank you. All right. What do you want?
You didn't give me a chance.
Chance? For what?
Oh, just by dropped over to say, well, thank you very much, Jazz. Thank you. Bert, you know, honey, I think we ought to drop off and see this Huntley fella together.
Together?
Uh-huh.
Well, all right, fine. But first we have to stop at the bank to transfer the money.
We don't have to go to the bank.
But the money!
I've already got the money. A certified check.
Well, Mr. Jones, I'm very happy to meet you.
Oh, Mr. Huntley, how are you? I thought I'd come down and kind of give you this myself.
Oh, well, that was very nice of you, but you didn't have to do that.
Oh,
Please, it's so exciting. Will you come?
You see, this is our board.